La antropóloga inglesa Jane Goodall ha dedicado su vida al estudio y protección de los primates. Su trabajo es reconocido como visionario e inspirador. Recientemente, Milmar Ramírez tuvo la oportunidad de conversar con ella. Le preguntó sobre los cambios positivos que sus investigaciones han traído y el legado que deja a la ciencia y la humanidad.
I've seen more negative changes. The loss of biodiversity is staggering. The change in weather patterns is unbelievable. It's all over the world. Everywhere I go, people say, oh, it should be raining now, or it should be dry now. I was just talking to a friend in California, 3 days running 115 degrees in California, and the terrible wildfires and the flooding and the droughts. It's shocking.
What do you think is the biggest threat that we are suffering right now on our planet?
It's a mixture. It's climate change and loss of biodiversity, because you can't actually separate them. And of course, animals and plants are suffering because the climate's changing. And as environments are destroyed, that changes the climate. So I think those two are the two greatest existential threats. And we brought them on ourselves by our absolute disrespect of the natural world. And we need to wake up and realize that we are part of the natural world. And not only that, we depend on it. We depend on it for food, water, shelter, everything, even in the middle of an inner city. But what we depend on is healthy ecosystems. And I see an ecosystem as like a beautiful living tapestry. And that's made up of these hundreds and hundreds of animal and plant species. And every time one disappears from that ecosystem, it's as though a thread is pulled from the tapestry. And if enough threads are pulled, the tapestry hangs in tatters, the ecosystem collapses.
What are some of the research initiatives, new ones, that you're doing now?
Well, the research itself in chimpanzees, the new aspects are opening up new areas to study chimpanzees. But a lot of what we're doing is conservation science, working out how to use geospatial technology, GIS, GPS, satellite imagery, working with organizations like Esri and Google Earth and Maxar and NASA. And this helps to map the chimpanzee range, but it's basically helping the surrounding communities to map their areas, to create plans, resource management plans. And because we work with them to improve their lives, help them find ways of making a living without destroying the environment, because they understand that protecting the environment isn't just for wildlife, but for their own future. They become our partners in conservation. So I started Roots and Shoots in 1991 with 12 high school students, and we decided that the main message would be every single individual makes an impact on the planet every single day, and we get to choose what sort of impact we make. And of course the very wealthy can make a much bigger impact, for good or for bad. And we decided with these high school students that each group, of which we decided to call Roots and Shoots, each group would choose 3 projects, one to help people, one to help animals, one to help the environment, because it's all interrelated. And they would choose their projects, they would discuss them, they would roll up their sleeves and take action. So it's all about action. And what started with 12 high school students in Tanzania is now in 65 countries. It's got members in kindergarten, university, everything in between. And they're changing the world.